Hey guys, it's Thomas Balaban. I'm here with my Inzektor profile that I top 8'd Oakmont yesterday with. I'm only doing a second recording because a few people asked me to go into a little bit more explanation about matchups and stuff, so here's the deck list. 1 Dark Arm Dragon. A lot of people are curious why I'm still using this. Inzektors are really easy to control the graveyard with, so I mean, there's no reason to not use it. 2 card D. It's extra draw power, extra consistency. 2 Effect Veiler, mainly for Fire Fist. That's all the non-Inzektor monsters. You have your 4 1-ofs. Pretty much all of these are obvious. Hopper, a few people are iffy on him. I like the rank 4 plays, and I also like having the extra Inzektor target. The 3 Ladybugs and the 3 Centipedes. For spell cards, you have the 2 1-ofs, the 1 Foolish, the 1 Caliber. And then you have a bunch of the consistency cards. You have your 3 Upstart and your 3 Pod Duality. The faster I can get to Hornet, the better. Pretty much every single game I've had with this deck, I've had Hornet by the 3rd turn. So, I mean, it's really, really consistent the way it is. And that's why I won so many games yesterday, is having these. And then your 3 MST. For traps, there's going to be 4 1-ofs. You have your 1 Threatening, your 1 Compulse, and your 1 Warning, 1 Bottomless. I'm going to leave this to the side to explain something with it, but I'm only using 1. You have 2 Waboku. This is going to go with this. 2 Mirror Force. That'll go over there also. 3 Call the Haunted. And 3 Reckless Greed. Reckless is simply for the Turbo build that I'm running. Okay, the reason why I'm using 1 of this and 2 of these is because a lot of people did not think I was running Mirror Force because they were seeing both of these played, or 2 of these played, etc., etc. And there's a lot of people that ran straight into the Mirror Forces. There was one guy had 5 monsters on the board, and it was a pretty good player. It was round 7 or round 6, and he was undefeated. He just ran straight into this without thinking with 5 monsters, wiped his entire board. He's like, you play Mirror Force? You have Waboku and Threatening in your grave? It's like, yeah, that's why I play Mirror Force. It's a really good card, obviously. That's it for the main deck. 40. For your extra deck, you have your Volcasaurus Gaia Dragon play. I did this once for game. Tyrus, Adrius, Exostag. These are the other rank 5s. I wish I could fit Shark Fortress, but I had to take it out for a few other cards. I did not make these 2 at all, but I see the uses in them. Tyrus won me my Prophecy matchup because he was playing a lot of the Regeki breaks and, Mirror Force and stuff like that. And this ended up getting him out over a Priestess and stuff. And popped a world, so, it helped a lot. I have a couple rank 4s in here. You have your Ouroboros, Dweller, Honor Arc, and Maestroke. I did not make any of these 3. I made this to win my Fire King matchup. This was only in here because it was to get past Key Beetle lock just in case it ever happened, and I don't use the extra deck enough to justify not having it. And these 2 cards are pretty good, so, I just never had to make them. For your rank 3s, you have Giga Brilliant, Leviathan, Angler, Acid Golem, Zenmains, and Levier. Most of these I've used once or twice. Engineer I made pretty much every single game to protect Dragonfly. If Inzektors got any kind of boost recently, it would have definitely been this guy, because, keeping your Inzektors alive for a turn indefinitely is really, really big. It really scares your opponents. For the side deck, you have 1 Veiler, 2 Maxi, 1 Dimensional Fissure, 1 Dark Hole. I sided this in a decent bit. 2 Twister. This was my number 1 sided card. I never used it on an opponent's card, but I used it for a lot of my Gigamantis plays, which allowed me to get some really huge combos. 1 Soul Drain, on Trap Trick Track Soul. Few people are asking why I ran this. I use this over Blackhorn because this stops Megalo, stops TS. It is really, really good. I mean, the only negative to this is they can Lancet or Trap Stun, which I was concerned about, but I figured the negatives beat the positive. I mean, the positives beat the negatives. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror, 2 DNA Surgery, 2 Imperial Iron Wall. I should not need to explain any of these. So as far as matchups go, round 1 I played against Ghostrix. I 2-0'd it. I beat it. I was one of the first people done. I was like 10 minutes in. It's someone I met at YCS Philly a long time ago, but he hasn't improved that much. He's a cool kid, just not the greatest player. Round 2 was against Harpy Ladies, 2-0'd them. Round 3 was against Prophecy, 2-1. And then round 4 was against Costellar. I lost 1-2. Game 3, he opened Warning and Pallades going first, and then had the Sombray follow up, and I just couldn't stop him from killing me pretty much in the 2-3 turns it took. Round 3, I played against E-Dragons with 3 skill drain. He beat me game 1. Felgrand is really, really good. Game 2, I opened up my Inzektor combos. Game 3, it was a really, really long grind game. Eventually, I got rid of the skill drains and just started destroying everything on his field. Most of that game, I was riding a Giga Mantis for the 24 damage to do a lot of damage to him. There was one point where he got the 2-3k Beast King Barbarosas out under skill drain, and they were wrecking me for a little while there. Round 6, I played against Gadgets. I 2-0'd him. Really good player. Gadgets, he ended up getting his invite, but this deck shits on Gadgets in all honesty. Round 7, played against Fire Kings, which I was pretty terrified. Game 1 I won. Game 2 I lost horribly, just completely decimated me, outplayed me. Game 3 I ended up taking 3 turns to set up for a OTK/Dweller play. The entire crowd around me was trying to figure out why I wasn't attacking his face downs, etc, etc. And whenever I went off finally with my huge combo, everyone was like, oh my god, that's what he was waiting for. Round 8, I played against the other Balaban, who was playing Cyber Dragons. We did a 42-minute game 1, and then I ended up losing it. And then game 2, I ended up winning because he upstarted, and I did not let him touch my life points after that. It was a pretty easy regional. PA has a lot of good players, and a lot of the players I played did get their invite. But I mean, I did not really play against meta at all, so I'm not gonna say I did had to try hard for it. But I did play a lot of good players that played their decks correctly. I had a lot of good matchups, to be fair. But I would definitely consider this deck to be one of the better decks this format, one of the good sleeper decks. That's pretty much it though. I would try it again, but I probably won't pick this deck up for a serious event or anything like that. It seems to lose hard to Fire Fist. But that's it, guys. Thanks.